A new book claims that Paul McCartney once fumed that the only way to have got John Lennon and Yoko Ono's friendship was to do everything they said. The Beatle, 81, is reported to have made the remarks when speaking about the iconic band's toxic implosion, which led to John leaving the group in 1969. And in 1970, the split hit headlines when Sir Paul announced publicly that he was no longer working with the group. The late musician would go on to become embroiled in legal battles over the band's back catalog, which caused tension between him, his wife, and former songwriting partner Sir Paul. In the book, McCartney is reported to have lifted the lid on the couple, saying, "The way to get their friendship is to do everything the way they require it. Do anything else is how to not get their friendship. I know that if I absolutely lie down on the ground and just do everything like they say, and laugh at all their jokes, and don't expect my jokes to ever get laughed at, if I'm willing to do all that, then we can be friends." The book All You Need Is Love was written by two members of the Beatles' inner circle, Peter Brown and author Stephen Gaines, who first interviewed the members of the band for 1983 book, The Love You Make. The book features interviews from the early 1980s with former Beatles members Paul, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, as well as John's widow Yoko. According to the Sunday Times, McCartney and late wife Linda tore the book apart and burned it in the fireplace, page by page, after it was published. The musician previously admitted he was grateful he got to reunite with John before his death. McCartney reflected on his friend's murder in 1980 and admitted he would have struggled with heartache if he had not reconnected with him. The feud between the two was well documented by the press at the time, and in a 1971 interview, Lennon stated that he could not foresee working with Sir Paul again. However, the pair did put their differences aside before Lennon's death. In 2013, the Let It Be singer publicly ended his long-standing feud with Yoko after sharing bad blood for several decades. McCartney and Ono have been at odds with each other for years. The battle spilled over into the media, where the two would make pointed remarks at each other. The two began building bridges in 2012, when McCartney told David Frost in a televised interview that he didn't blame the Japanese performance artist for the 1970 breakup of the Beatles, a belief held by many Beatles fans.